I did a webinar a couple months ago, and I was actually kind of blown away at the amount of reaction I had. And Jason and I had some fantastic discussions. And I know there's a lot of different ways of describing this, and we could probably have several webinars to do that. But for the sake of my initial session, I talked about contactless experience being touch-free, voice-activated, AI-enabled environments, for interactions in a post-outbreak world. And again, it's probably more digital than it needs to be, but and the reason why I think it's such a big issue now, and it's something I've been really thinking about hard, not only in terms of big company opportunities, but also where startups can play a big role. There's clearly a massive consumer and regulatory expectation here. I think for companies, it's a massive price of entry, and we just see that with the delicate nature today in terms of whether restaurants are kind of COVID compliant. But here's the basic framework that I kind of put together, and I was looking just for a simple way of thinking about the opportunity here in terms of the gap that I think all of us need to fill. And on one part of the quadrant, I thought about it was kind of enablers and expectations. On the one hand, you kind of have this tech-based area where you've got your traditional kind of smart tech, which is the way I think we've always thought about what the internet world is bringing, all the way up to what we would call blended reality, where digital and physical worlds seamlessly integrate, and that includes, multi-sensory areas such as voice, AR, VR, advanced gaming. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you've got, the expectations, which is kind of, we always talked about the wonders of friction-free in the context of the internet. That was always like the big goal. I kind of romanced that term even back when I was co-leading interactive marketing in Procter 20 years ago. But now it's so much more. It's almost friction-free on steroids. It's no touch. So minimal or no human contact with product or service, especially in the selling or transactional phase. And I attempted to kind of put where I think most of us are today. And again, I've kind of averaged this out across all industries. I think some industries like banking are further ahead of the curve. And certainly a lot of delivery players have made a lot of progress. But, where I think we all need to be to win with customers today is way further up the Northeast corner. And I think that's what we should be discussing today. Like, how do we get there? What are the customer-centric requirements and the like?